Morning yogis. Just joining me on the mat, lying down or seated, whatever feels right for you. And if before we start you do have mala beads, just have them handy, because the meditation we'll bring in a nice little mantra with it as well. So just starting wherever you're most comfortable, let's just have a few moments to sink into this space and check in how you're feeling. I'm drawn to quite a gentle, sort of more nurturing practice today. And just taking a few breaths. If you're lying down, root down through back of the body, tailbone or feet. If you're seated, I always like to root from the tailbone. And just in your mind's eye, see all those roots coming out through the base of the body into the earth. And just scan through your body and maybe even glance at your chakras. How are you feeling in the area of root, sacral, lower belly and back? Your solar plexus and your heart. Throat, third eye and crown, the upper chakras. Can you identify how you're feeling? Has it got a word, or are you just sort of feeling a sensation today? It's the difference sometimes between sort of thinking our feelings and feeling our feelings. An interesting concept to ponder on. So what would you like from your practice today? And another question I posed earlier to myself was, where am I most content? And I offer that question to you. Where are you most content? Certainly on my mat, but maybe a few other places you are content in your life. So if you're lying down, just have a few moments now to hug the knees in. If you're already seated and you want to just roll the shoulders and stretch through the neck a little, you can. And then join me gently in seated. If you've got mala beads, great. If you haven't, it doesn't matter. We can still just repeat the little mantra. And often I've shared with you a loving kindness meditation, which is, may I be happy, may I be healthy, may I be free from harm and at peace, or something like that. You can change the words if you want to. There's many sort of slight variations on a loving kindness. But I thought that we would thumb through the beads, and you choose the words that you want to, but just that kind of genre of, may I be happy, may I be healthy, may I be free from harm and at peace. Something like that. Whatever resonates with you, make it your own. But we'll take 5 minutes of sitting really quietly and peacefully. Let everything relax. Release through your face and shoulders. And we'll just thumb through with whatever mantra you are resonating with. So if you want to go with mine, may I be happy, may I be healthy, may I be free from harm and at peace. May I be happy, may I be healthy, may I be free from harm and at peace. May I be happy, may I be healthy, may I be free from harm and at peace. Carrying on. And if you want to change it to may you be happy, may you be healthy, may you be free from harm and at peace for anyone, loved one, friend, bring them to mind. And if you want to change it again to may all be happy, may all be healthy, may all be free from harm and at peace. Extend that to the world. And when you're ready or when you're finished, you can just slowly have a moment to sit with that. And when you're ready, you can blink your eyes open. We may all have been at a little bit of a different pace with our beads. 108 beads. And just coming back into your practice, how does that make you feel? Did you move through the may I be, may you be, may all be? It's quite a lovely way of kind of really extending that love, and hopefully if you can feel like your heart chakra's open and you do feel a bit more peaceful. Just saying those words, there's a resonance with these words. So we're going to come into butterfly. Nice gentle pose to start with. And supporting anywhere you need to. You might feel like today you want to be more supported, and in fact I feel like I'm going to just use a couple of blankets. Not that I normally need to, but just sometimes drawn to these, or you're guided, or there's an instinct. Just allow a little bit more support for yourself today. And then when you're ready, just softening, open mind, exploring. And if you are using a few supports that you don't normally do, like I am today, just how does it feel to be able to rest the thighs or parts of your legs on something soft? Just feeling that connection can feel comforting and supportive. And as we settle into this pose, we can gently let everything in its own time soften. In your own time, you can bring your awareness to your breath. And witnessing your thoughts. Just noticing whether you naturally allow yourself to soften into this pose, or whether you really have to remind yourself to keep letting go of muscular tension. Does it come easy, or does it come easy today? Keep noticing your calf muscles and your thighs. When you breathe, do you notice just one area your breath moves, or can you explore the whole length of your breath? Relaxing shoulders and face. Do you feel your breath more in the front of your body or the back? How does it feel through the back of your body? And when you're ready, we'll just take one more breath and slowly lift up. Noticing how that feels. Let's just find our way into a lovely neutral pose. Keeping your props handy in case you want to use them today. And with a nice deep breath and a nice slow long exhale, we can let everything settle to the mat. As you lie here, notice where you connect to the mat. Notice your clothes against your skin. The temperature you notice where you're not covered. Just enjoying being in your body. One of my students yesterday in the Mayura class said something really lovely afterwards. Sadly, she was at a funeral and got quite overwhelmed, but she remembered the breathing, probably the 3-part yogic breath that we often do. And she started to do it, and it helped her just calm down and remain composed in that particular scenario. And she thanked me. She said it was so lovely. If there's anything she's learned from the yoga, it's the breathing. And it was really lovely to say to her that many people think they can't do yoga because they're not bendy, but I often say if you can breathe, you can do yoga, which is actually really quite fundamental. Everyone can do it. If you can breathe, you can do yoga. And as we lie here breathing, we can feel the prana move through our body, the chi. So when you're ready, let's just draw the right and then the left knee in. Have a nice little rock. And notice your breath, how it changes as we come into this nice little rock, how we move between poses. When we're in the poses, how different it is as well. We're going to come into twisted deer. So if you've got a bolster, great. If not, a stack of cushions is just fine. Bring it towards the right hand side, right hip. So with your right shin to the front and the left leg sort of swung round to your side, we'll come into twisted deer this way. You can always stay upright like this into deer saddle. This pose is deer saddle. But if you want to come into twisted deer and get a lovely nurturing twist through your body, just bring your belly and your chest down towards bolster and relax. You almost feel like it's too easy, this pose, that you're just resting on a bolster, giving it a cuddle. But you can extend your left arm up a little bit ahead of you and feel a nice stretch down the side of your body. But it's not about that. It's about just feeling whatever you feel in this pose. You swing your left leg a little round further behind you. Just relax. Relax the head and neck. And maybe you would like to close your eyes. What do you feel around your side ribs? Keep checking in your neck for tension. Notice if you can relax your face a bit more as well. And follow your breath. In a twist, I often find that you can feel the different sides of the body where the breath moves. How does this feel? Are you relaxing even more? Keep checking through the thighs and your buttocks and lower back. And we'll take a nice deep breath. Really slowly enjoy lifting out of this one. It might not feel like you've twisted much, but just enjoying the after effects as you slowly move into neutral. And just letting all the flavours of that twist that you can feel now in your body. Very subtle and gentle. Notice the muscles through your upper back. And then just draw your awareness to the mid part of your back and then lower back. All those three sections, identifying what you feel. Also notice if your emotions have changed as well, now that we've worked with these different energy centres. Being curious as to where you can feel slightly out of balance because we've only done one side. So we'll draw the knees in and have a nice little self-hug. You can say again that lovely little mantra, may I be happy, may I be healthy, may I be free from harm and at peace. And we'll roll up for the other side. So twisting to the left now. Left shin at the front, right leg swung to the side. And bringing this bolster into the hip. See how much, to what degree you want to really twist your body around, whether you sort of find that you come down a bit more sideways or whether you really bring belly and chest onto the bolster. And relax. Try and relax your legs. They might sort of slip and slide for a moment, finding their place. And notice your shoulders, whether you can really relax them. Certainly the left one, the one that's behind the bolster. Sometimes I notice I'm hunching a little, so just be aware if you're doing something similar. I'm really trying to relax the head and neck. Even though we're supported on this bolster, there can still be a lot of tension held there. As you breathe deeply, kind of almost overly breathing, you can feel how your ribs expand. Lovely stretch into the muscles around your ribs and upper back. breathing to your belly. Notice if you can just stay with a few conscious breaths without the mind wandering off. Does this pose make you feel supported in life? Just following your breath a little bit longer. And then we'll just gently come out nice and slowly, lifting the head. Notice how you feel as you just lift up, and then we can just pop that bolster to the side. Come into neutral. Do you feel refreshed? Like we've just wrung the body out. As we breathe here, you can just gently feel the progression of relaxing your back. It doesn't always happen at once. It takes a few breaths just to, everything just sort of knocks on and eases gently. Where are you in your thoughts right now? Notice if, when I say that, you are in the future or the past, or actually enjoying that present moment. Maybe you were thinking about your back or your hands. Where was your thought lingering? It's lovely to take the time here to really observe our thoughts, witness how our mind can just jump sporadically here and there. So let's bring these in. And coming up for caterpillar. So legs extended, just walk out the sit bones and the pads of the buttocks. And if you want something under your knees, you can. But if you're happy just to sort of come forward, and we join me in this seated forward bend. Just relax the feet. Your legs may start to rotate. And just see where your body goes today. See what you're going to feel. How easy is it to breathe? As you sit here, where do you feel it most? Is there a nice pull along the backs of your legs? Or are you more focused with awareness in your back? As you relax everything, where's the place in the body that just is the last place to really let go? Could be the upper shoulders and neck. There's always one place that you have to keep returning to, I find. Nice belly breaths. Feeling into the ribs and the back move and how different they feel breathing in this pose compared with the twist. Have a moment to see if you can move ever so slightly further into this pose and how that feels. Keep relaxing anything that just tenses a little as you do that. Notice if the backs of your knees are a little tense. If there's a tightness in your ankles. How does this pose make you feel today? Like a kind of a bowing or a surrendering position, this feels like. Rather than battling a lot of challenges that we face in life, maybe we can adopt this pose and just let go. What will be, will be. A phrase that I often come back to is, what is meant for us will never pass us by. So we'll take a lovely breath and gently lift up. Maybe you'll come up to seated and just take a breath before you lie down as well. It feels quite nice to move out of these poses in stages. Lovely mindful movement as we come down. As you breathe here, notice which one of your nostrils feels more free, or they may both feel quite free. Just a observation. Keep relaxing a little bit more. And we'll draw the knees in. Take your time, clasp one knee, then the other mindfully, and then enjoy the rock. We're going to come into supported bridge now. So if you've got a bolster or a block, I'm going to go with a block today. I think last time I used a bolster, but yeah, feeling like a block. And you choose whether you want it on this highest level or a little bit lower, the middle level. And coming up, placing it on the sacrum, not the lumbar vertebra. Just that lovely sort of flat back, flat part that you get, sort of just in line with the top of the buttocks. You'll find the place that's most comfortable. If you've tried it on the highest height and it doesn't feel right, just lower yourself down. Have a nice sigh, relax. Try to relax the neck and shoulders. There's a tendency to let those shoulders really creep up to the ears. And noticing any tension in the upper thighs, relax. Perhaps even the upper arms as you feel maybe that little hunch coming in. Relax the upper arms. Loosen the buttocks. And when you're ready, you can just enjoy some lovely deep belly breaths here. This pose also lends itself to breathing with Ujjayi breath. So the one where it sounds like Darth Vader or like a kind of a very husky snore. So perhaps just do that for a little while. Enjoy that lovely heated breath at the throat. It's very warming and balancing for the thyroid and throat chakra. So if you want to join me with Ujjayi, keeping relaxed. Notice if you did enjoy Ujjayi and whether that noise kept you quite focused, the breath and the noisiness can really hone our focus just to that breath and excluding other things. So we'll take a nice deep breath again and gently, maybe coming onto tippy toes, lifting the body and moving the block. Coming down. Feeling that sensation of where the block was pushed against the body. Just enjoy. How does your lower back feel? Perhaps it feels quite lovely and vibrant, a bit freed up. Really quite targeting on sacral area, that area of the body that's linked with our emotions and fluidity, going with the flow. And gently we'll bring these in. Noticing as we do how it feels in the lower part of the body. And maybe you'd like to bring the head up to knees and just enjoy a little bit more of a stretch through your back. And we're going to come into our last pose, bench. Lovely one to end with. Using your cushion, I'm going to also take a little blanket and use this for my head and neck. So we'll take 5 minutes here lying down. Cushion a little bit away from the body just so we're not curving into lumbar and it's more of the upper thoracic. So, and if you want to pull another blanket over you, you might want to. Get really cozy. You can relax and have it ready for when we come into relaxation if you want to. So lying back over this cushion, really allowing the chest to open up. And if you've got a lovely little blanket, it does feel really nice just to support that back of the head and neck there. Oh, I think I could stay here for a while. So let's just surrender to this pose, this 5 minutes here, noticing what we're feeling, physically and emotionally, witnessing the thoughts that come along with everything else. Even though this is a very relaxing pose, still notice if you are tense anywhere. Awareness on any pulsations you feel in your hands and fingers that might extend up the arms with our lung, heart, meridians and large and small intestines. As we are, I would say, pretty much in spring now, this is linked with the element of wood and the liver and gallbladder. The colour green. How does it feel here? Keep looking for even the smallest bit of tension. Face and forehead. Maybe say to yourself, may I be happy, may I be healthy, may I be free from harm and at peace. Enjoy the lovely, gentle way your body naturally breathes. Enjoying this pose for another minute. Keep checking in for tiny bits of tension. And we'll just gently enjoy one breath here. Lifting the head. And just bringing away any props. Come down. Just a couple of breaths just to notice this after effect. As you lie there, just feeling really loving about yourself in a healthy appreciation way, not an overly egotistic way, just a gratitude. And then when you're ready, deciding where you want to relax. Staying lying down, more blankets and cushions, or if you want to come up. As I've got both these blankets out, I think I'm going to stay covered. Nice and cosy. Let's see what guidance we get from a shuffle of the cards. If you have anything in mind that you need an answer to, or if there's just a little bit of general guidance that you're open to, then just send that thought up. Rochelle. Let me read. What a lovely bit of wisdom we might have here. As you honour and follow the guidance of your heart, prosperity is coming to you now. You are fully supported by heaven, and we have heard your prayers for financial support. Be assured that we see money as a symbol of abundant supply that God provides to all his children. The earthly negativity surrounding money comes from human minds alone. In heaven, we see money as an energy of exchange. We know that you need material essentials. Like any loving parent, God wants his children to be comfortable, safe, and happy. That is one of the reasons why he sends you guardian angels. Your finances have been blocked in the past because of guilt and other negative beliefs and emotions. I have helped you to heal and release much of your negative association with money. Please know that I am here to help you so that you can help more people. The more that you allow me to give you, the more you will be able to give others. In the near future, you will be able to manifest all of your needs. But in the meantime, please allow me to help you through my heavenly contributions. Well, that's always a nice little one to hear, isn't it? A little bit of support. I do love referring or thinking of money as an energy exchange. That's what it is. So just having some time now, just relax, be with your thoughts. Don't try and control them, just the awareness. Just gently now bring your awareness back from wherever you may have drifted off. And enjoy a nice deep breath and a nice sigh on the exhale. And just take a moment to notice how you feel as you come back into your day. Just take stock of your practice and how it shifts. And if you're lying down, you can wiggle fingers and toes. And even if you're seated and you want to just gently move and stretch a little, perhaps roll the head. And then hugging in if you're lying down, have a nice rock and joining me in your own time seated. There's no rush. It's nice after a yin practice just to sort of move a little slowly into the rest of your day as you come back into it. Before you know it, there'll be the busyness that we're used to. Enjoy this kind of purposeful slowing down. Hands to heart. Om Shanti, Namaste.